Hello, everyone. This is the KMN 1971 with Comic Book Haul number 5. I hope you all had a good week out there with a cathartic end of comic book hunting. Hopefully. That's how my week ended, anyway. So, getting on with it, I'd like to end this within 15 minutes so I can get to most likely picking another losing lineup in my fantasy football league. But I'm hoping for the best. So, starting off, Teen Titans number 31. Deathstroke is pretty hot at the moment, and this is a pretty cheap book to be had, and it's a killer Deathstroke cover. It's Titans, it's Deathstroke, and for me, I have no problems forking over cash for that. I am still jonesing for a proper X-Fix, so just finished Remender's excellent Uncanny X-Force run. This is the volume prior to that one. And I figured for $2, why not give it a whirl? I love Crane's art. I don't know much about the writers, but I will give it a whirl because I really, really need an X-Fix. Rom, number 31. Second appearance of one of my favorite X-Men, Rogue. Cool stuff. Undervalued issue in my opinion. Justice League of America, Annual number 2. First appearance of Vibe, minor character, but still, why not? Yeah. Justice League of America, 137. This is the first time that Superman and Shazam, aka Captain Marvel, meet and fight in DC continuity. There was a prior Superman issue in the, I want to say 200 and something, I can't remember, but they had Superman go up against a character that was called Captain Thunder, and that was basically a prototype character to see how it would fly within the DC universe, and I guess it did well enough, and they ended up getting Captain Marvel to do this crossover. It's a JLA, JSA crossover, and they throw in the Marvel family. It's very underwhelming. This book was put out in the 70s, and I can see how, even though they have all these iconic characters, that DC just could not compete with Marvel at that point. If you do a compare and contrast of Justice League, no disrespect to the creators at the time, but if you do a compare and contrast of the Justice League magazine to what Marvel was putting out at the same time in the Avengers, Defenders, Fantastic Four, and of course later on the Uncanny X-Men, there is no comparison. They were just an era behind. Justice League of America 138, classic Neil Adams cover. Action Comics 645. First appearance of Maxima. Minor character, but I think she would make a great adversary for Supergirl. So, I mean, she's a physical threat as well as a telekinetic, so I could see her holding her own against Supergirl. And Superman has so many villains, so instead of chipping her off Cyborg Superman, I think she would be better to be matched up with, say, Maxima, or maybe even Livewire, who's underutilized, in my opinion. Deadpool Corps, number 11. Allegedly, according to CBSI, this is the second rarest non-variant Deadpool comic. Lowest print run. The only other regular Deadpool comic that has a lower print run than this one is the Deadpool team-up issue where it's him and the Watcher. Suicide Squad, number 40. The only reason I picked this one up is, well, aside from being a Suicide Squad fan and liking Batman, Batman makes an appearance in this story arc. And it's a pretty good story. It's John Ostrander at his best. It also contains a neat poster inside of Batman, Amanda Waller, and Deadshot, which, who knows, maybe people pull the poster out, and Suicide Squad wasn't exactly a sales juggernaut at that point in time, I don't think. So if rumors are correct and the next Batman movie is essentially a Suicide Squad movie also, who knows? This could be in demand. And even if it's not, it's a really good read and it's cheap. So if you like the Suicide Squad, pick it up. If you're into just specking, pick it up. If you're into both, pick it up. Sandman number 5, still chugging along on this run. Sandman number 6. I remember the Wizard magazine back in the day did a write-up about this comic. Oops, sorry. And it definitely it's horror. It's a horror story at its best, and it definitely lives up to the hype. Excuse me. Sandman number 7. And this ends the initial Sandman first story arc. It's excellent. Excellent. I would put it, as far as my level of enjoyment, probably right underneath Alan Moore's classic Saga of the Swamp Thing. Yes, I'm enjoying it that much. Batman and Robin Adventures. Number 21. The only reason I picked this one up is it's just an outstanding Batgirl cover. And I'm a Batman fan. It doesn't have any Harley Quinn appearances or anything, but it's a pretty cool book. Detective Comics 647 and 648. First appearance of Spoiler out of her costume, and well, Stephanie out of her costume, and first appearance of Spoiler in her costume. I've recently been buying the Detective Comics Rebirth and obviously enjoying it like many of you. And I never really cared about the first appearance of Spoiler or Stephanie before, but that the current series has sparked some interest in the character on my part. So I figured, why not? And it's a minor Batman character first appearance, and as you know, if it's minor or major, if it has something to do with Batman, I want in. Alright, so these next group of books, my inner 10 to 13-year-old is very happy with. Starting off with Hulk 197. I just used to love the Hulk versus insert other Marvel character here issues, and they were a plenty when I was growing up. So this is a nice trip down nostalgia lane. I haven't read a lot of these issues, so I'm gonna really, I have a feeling I will really enjoy these. So starting off, Hulk 197 versus the Man-Thing. On the cover it says, "Need we say more?" Nope, not at all. Hulk versus Man-Thing. Just take my cash. Take it. It's yours. Hulk 175 versus the Inhumans. 178. Guest starring Adam Warlock. Another one of my all-time favorite Marvel characters. Love those Marvel cosmic characters of Adam Warlock, Captain Marvel, Star-Lord, Drax, Gamora. Great stuff. Inner child stuff right there. Hulk 232 teams up with Cap. Speaking of Captain Marvel, Hulk 246 going head-to-head with Captain Marvel. Hulk 250 versus the Silver Surfer. And last but not least, always a good time, Hulk 255 versus Thor, classic Marvel mayhem. I know this book was hot probably about a month or so ago. I'm not sure if it still is, but I picked it up just sitting in a long box. No eBay price involved, just $3. But first appearance of the Black Flash, and I have to say it's one of those cheesy one-panel first appearances. So I would call this more of a cameo, but it seems like the comic book buying community has already decided. So Flash 139. I obviously ended up picking up the rest of the Black Flash storyline. 139, 140. And 141. And while I was at that shop, I also saw this, so I figured, why not? Blackest Night, Flash #1. For some reason, I missed out on this tie-in when Blackest Night was going on. I think I was only buying the Batman and Titans tie-ins, so I ended up picking up the Wonder Woman tie-in a couple of weeks ago, which was really good, so I figured, why not give this one a shot, too. I had no idea that these tie-ins were of such quality. Usually, tie-ins, when it comes to tie-ins and crossovers, I think most of us can agree that the quality can be suspect. Wonder Woman #90, also a hot book from probably about a month ago. First appearance of Artemis. I'm not sure if she's going to be in the Wonder Woman movie or not, but once again, if I can get a first appearance at a cheap price, I think this was like $2 or $3 too, just sitting in the same long box. This, like this, and The Flash are two examples of books that, before you go to eBay, try to go old-fashioned and old school and just try to hunt them and go long box digging. Plus, it's fun. The Demon Annual, #2. Oh, I love this character. Love this run. If you are a fan of Garth Ennis's Preacher run, his run on The Boys, Punisher, please check out his run on Hitman. It runs for about 60 issues. They're dirt cheap. This is his first appearance. It's an upgrade from my my kind of banged up copy. But this was a really hot book back in, when was it? The 90s, I think? Whenever Garth Ennis was the new hot and up-and-coming writer. But great series, great character, and I can't recommend it enough. Love it. Some modern spec books that everybody already knows about. Empire of the Dead, #1. Not a fan. I really wanted to like this, but I didn't. I can't see how this series will really have any legs if it's really based on this story. Just not my deal. Extraordinary X-Men #4. Once again, I'm not sure why this book, it goes for probably about $15 online. I have no idea why. I don't know if it's because it's a Sinister cover, or I've also heard that it's a low print run. So either way, I picked it up for cover price. And I also picked up these next two for cover price also. Invincible Iron Man #7, first appearance of Riri Williams. Or cameo? Or first appearance? I'm not sure. And #9, which they still go for a decent amount for a set, if you can get them at cover price. I ended up picking up like 3 sets of these about a month ago. And I already had them filed away to be put into my PC, but I forgot to show them off. So, here they are. And last group of books. Let's see. Another example of the hot alternate cover of the week. This was a hot book probably about a month and a half ago. Picked it up for $5.99. Great cover. Not to perv too much because, it's just a girl in a bikini. But I love the color scheme on this cover. It definitely draws you in and grabs your attention. I'm also still on my Werewolf by Night Kick. Classic Marvel Bronze Age horror. So #7. #8. #11. Gil Kane artwork on that one. I'm really enjoying this run, but I have to say it does take a pretty substantial hit in quality without the Mike Plug art. #19, another Dracula crossover, which is awesome. Ending it off with Marvel Milestone Edition, Hulk 181. Great way to enjoy these if you are fortunate enough to have some of these high-end issues. It's a great way to enjoy them without having to thumb through them all the time. And lastly, Brave and Bold, #86. Now, with this, I'll have just one more issue to go, and I'll have the entire... Oops, sorry, having camera issues. The entire Neil Adams Batman run, Brave and Bold run. which is pretty darn cool. So that's all I have for this week. I will be back next week with haul number, what is it? Haul number 6 already. Time is flying by. Thank you to everyone, still having camera issues. Thank you to everyone that's been watching, subscribing, commenting. Definitely thanks to Weapon X Comics. Oh my god. Sorry about this, guys. So, yeah, that's all I have. Thanks to Weapon X Comics. Thanks to Vin Crew. Thanks to Longshanks78. To name a few. Always commenting on the videos, interacting. And I just think that's awesome. Thanks, guys. And thank you all for watching. Have a great day. And I'll see you next week. Take care.